A warm welcome to the Adelboden-Blauwsee HO-Bahn model railway. My name is Derek. Thank you for your visit. Hope you are all well. In my video ABB14, as you can now see, I explained the methods of moving goods with waybills on this railway. In my video ABB9, as you can also see now, here I explained how random waybills can be generated with TrainController. I have found this has added a lot of operational interest, so I thought it would be a good idea to make it even more interesting and realistic by adding random load quantities to some commodities to take things to the next level. In some situations, random selection ignores the fact that many stations usually have a staple traffic, so I will show how this can be added. I didn't want to give up more screen space for this, so this video explains what I have done. Finally, I will finish with a quick visit to the fascinating Swiss miniature model railway near Lugano. So, let's go! I was looking through my railway books and thought it might be of interest for you to see some of the best. First I bought a few years ago for only a few pounds, and I was very impressed with the ideas and superb graphics explaining. It's all in German and the cost has now rocketed. I recently decided to buy another from the same author, which is even better, and paid £16 for it. Again, it's in German. Finally, the Joseph Brandt book is amazing. It's inspiring and it is in English and German. If you ever get the chance to check them out, it's worth a look. So far, this has only been implemented at 2 locations. First, Blauwsee S1B, the diesel delivery point, and secondly, Adelboden P1, general goods. First, I will show you this working randomly. So if I click the random button here, you can see it's chosen to use 2 diesel wagons, and there's no general goods at Adelboden P1. Now, if I wanted to override this and add, say, just 1 general goods wagon for Adelboden P1, if I click here, you can see it's changed to that. Okay. If I reset everything, right. Next thing I can demonstrate, if there was a constant load in one of the stations, how it works is by
selecting the diesel here, if you press it once, you can see that one shipment is included. And this light goes off after 3 or 4 seconds. If I turn it on again, it's increased to 2 wagons, but there's 1 shipment. And if I do this again to acknowledge delivery of the goods, it's completely cleared. These squares with advanced variables have a little white line around them, that one and that one, to differentiate them. And also I've changed the symbol here to a switch and a symbol. So again, if I press this, you've got a symbol on there, and you've also got a symbol here. Okay, and if I reset things and select a random selection again, you can see there's 2 wagons there and 2 wagons there, and that's reflected there and also there. I think that's basically a demonstration. The first thing I did was to relocate the existing flagman, which was in this location, to out of sight down here. And you can see that was the existing flagman for diesel fuel. This is still required. If I go into edit mode, you can see that this is triggered when the memory is either 1 or 2, and the operation is to increase the total movements required, and also to reduce that when the operation is complete. The existing location is taken up with a extended accessory, which I brought up here, and this works by when there is nothing set like this, it displays this symbol here. When 1 wagon is required, it displays that, and for it to do that, this variable here must equal 1, and to indicate 2 wagons, this variable, the same variable, must indicate 2. And that is how the system selects between the 3 different states that can be displayed. This monitors the actual setting of the variable here, which can be useful for fine-tuning. The next step is to define numeric variables for each location which is to have more than 1 wagon. I've already done this, and you can see the variable I've just selected now, diesel station blouse C1, and also general goods Adalboden P1. And you can see above the variable that's been defined. The next thing is that we need a macro to count the number of wagons, and this is an example here, diesel wagon count. And what happens is, should the defined variable equal or be more than 3, the operation is to set it to 0. Okay. This icon switch here puts on the matrix the request for the number of wagons required at this point. We're in edit mode. If I double click on that, you can see it adds number 1 to the memory variable for this location. It then calls the macro, which checks the number of wagons. If it exceeds the total, it resets it, and then after 3 seconds the switch changes from being activated back to being unactivated, and that's all that switch does. I can show you this working if I come out of edit mode. If I click here, it's activated, and you can see 1 wagon has been requested here on the waybill matrix. After the 3 seconds, that's gone out. Press it again, and this is increased to 2 wagons. And finally, pressing it for the 3rd time zeroes it. Next, we need to update the original flagman, which has been relocated here. If we double click on that, you can see the name of the flagman to count the diesel delivery, and these are the trigger elements when the diesel numeric variable has got a number in it. The operation is to either increase the total number of movements or to decrease it. The next thing is to update the flagman indicator for the source of this commodity, which is in Frutigen S3. If I double click on it in edit mode, you can see the name here, and the trigger has been modified. These 2 variables can now trigger the flagman, as well as the existing one in station S7. For a small railway like this one, it's not difficult to locate wagons and other rolling stock. The first thing I do when I get a new one is to give it a reference number. For example, the 3rd wagon I bought is called G3, and so on, and space is created in a storage drawer for it to provide easy access. All the information I can find on each wagon is logged on my main spreadsheet. Next, I transfer the large image reference number to a summary sheet, and this is then transferred to the TrainController PC, again to help with identification. The engine and trains database in TrainController lists all the rolling stock and the blocks they are in. Items with blank blocks indicate the item is in a storage drawer. Unfortunately, I don't know if TrainController could do a search. That would be really handy. Prostate cancer update. I was diagnosed 5 years ago with terminal prostate cancer, which was advanced, and told by different doctors I'd be lucky to live 5 years. 7 months ago, after 4.5 years, I got to the stage I could no longer stand the side effects of the drugs. This was scary, so my oncologist let me stop most of the drugs. It's now over 5 years now, and I'm still here, and my blood readings have not changed. It's fantastic to just need first-generation drugs. I'm not cured. I don't think anyone ever is, but the cancer appears to be on hold just now. Plus, I don't have to take the toxic drugs anymore, which crippled me. This can change quickly, so I'm delighted, but definitely not complacent. It encourages me to try and encourage others to reduce the risks, because I believe this has helped me. Coming off the drugs was very unpleasant, and my mitral heart valve problem deteriorated at that time. I don't think they are linked, but who knows for sure. I can't get the heart treatment I need in Scotland, so I've been to London for a keel procedure. After only 26 hours from starting this complex heart surgery, I was discharged. Amazing, a miracle. They have saved my life. My message is never give up, be smart, and please consider how you can reduce your risk.